has doing all right so far. Apologies about the technical difficulties of the stream. For some reason, the frame was dropping rate at the moment, so I had to restart the stream. But we are back, ladies and gentlemen, as what we seem to notice in these wet qualifying sessions as well is they don't have enough wet and intermediate tyres for the weekend. It's not like soft tyres where you save a couple, like 2 or 3 for the race. In the wet conditions, you only have a few to last the whole weekend. So expect drivers like J-Luke, Glock, Johannes, Passe, pretty much everyone to go on more than one lap on the intermediate tyres, because A, they'll get a feel for it, and B, they don't want to use up too much of their engines because they'll be on worn tyres during the race. But as we've noticed as well, worn tyres couldn't be a bad factor in certain situations, because it won't take us a while to warm up, because that's where the heat in the tyres could really help you a little bit, as Lukey has unfortunately invalidated his lap time, so he will have to go again. And quite a few people invalidate, and I commentated on the race around Austria on Wednesday, and I called this track to my co-commentator Penalty Central, and I have to say, I agree, harder to get penalties in the wet, but if it's dry for the whole race, which is likely going to be, expect pretty much almost everybody to get penalties. I did a bit of dry practice earlier. I invalidated like too many times to count. It's dry. You would look, especially turn 1 and the final 2 corners, and you can also get it in the middle sector. If you go on this curve at the end of sector 2, which Johannes is approaching now, you can get a warning. I did that stupidly in practice last night. I literally just fell asleep, ran off the curb, gave me a warning, and I almost got bouncing under the safety car today, but I managed to get away with it. So yeah, penalties will be a deciding factor tonight, as Verheyen has left the session. Verheyen obviously started the season so strong, but it's just fallen apart for him. He just hasn't really done well since then, and Chris in 3rd place, he's been mentioning that he's mentioned that with this race he's got a high speed extra. He says he's not, because he thinks the safety cars will come out, as he mentioned earlier. These Aston Martin guys do complain about safety car, and Colin's hoping for a better qualifying than what he has done recently. He's down in 8th place, so hopefully he can push a bit further. We've seen the McLaren losing it big time coming out of turn 3. I believe that is Riley. Wow, he almost tripped in the wall there. Wow, he almost tripped in the wall there, and he's maybe quite. That was quite nervous. That I had a few close moments like that in the race. I think 2 or 3 times I had a bit of a slide in turn 3. One of them almost took me out of the race. So, but luckily Riley Byes manages to get his race going in the end. Right Fountain has unfortunately invalidated as well, so that's a bit unfortunate. So there was a question being asked in the pre-race interviews. I only managed to get a few because I didn't have time to get the last few that were posted after like 3 o'clock today. How are people planning on mixing things up to get a good result? Colin said a better qualifying. Scorpion said not messing up the strategy this time by waiting for a safety car, which I think Scorpion probably regretted, to be honest, last week. And I was like, Scorpion, what are you doing? Chris said he'll know more today. He'll probably, pretty much a strategy, you got to think on the fly. So that's probably what Chris is going to do. Jana was saying to not having time to practice. I'm guessing he wants a little bit more practice at this moment in time. As who's McLaren in looks like Taz is messed up for some weird reason.
It's Riley.
It is Riley. So Riley will be getting a naughty, unless Riley joined the session late, but I will need to check. But Riley will be getting a naughty engine point for me for not doing Taz correctly. But there we go. So we're riding on board with Chris now as he heads towards turn 7. I think he gave a little bit of slipstream to Scorpion as well. So let's follow Scorpion first. Turn 8 he goes, and then heading towards turn 9, and he also goes into the pits. As Glock can only be matched. I'm just seeing if it's going to expect to dry up, and according to TAS, it's going to be light rain for the whole race, but in the race, completely dry. So for these drivers, they will be allowed to go on free choice of tyres. So I am intrigued as to what tyres are we going on in the race. Will most people go on the mediums? To be honest, that's what I would do if I had the choice. Or will they do a soft, medium, soft? You can go either way, but if you get your medium stint out of the way first, you can be on 2 fast soft stints at the end. But if you think a safety car is going to come, then maybe starting on the soft will be a good idea, and then you can make your mediums last as long as you can. I don't know what I would do thinking about that now. due to the amount of someone's gone off, actually. I did see someone go off.
Sorry, I was on board with Larkin here. He purple sector 1, but Riley in the McLaren, he got in his way around turn 3, turn 4, and Larkin had to back out that lap. I don't know if Riley was on a flying lap or not, but yeah, Riley definitely blocked the Mercedes man there. Larkin maybe could have a pole position lap there, but it's all over for him now, and he's going to have to back off and give the McLaren a bit more space, I think, as Riley. I think, is he coming in?
Yes, he is, I think. Yeah. I think he could. Oh, no, he's staying out. He's staying out, so I'm checking Taz actually to see if he's picked up damage from that.
It's done in the last corner as well, Riley. So Riley's he's not had a great season so far this season. It's gone wrong again. Obviously, he's only 2 points this season were from AI. So yeah, he hasn't actually scored any points physically. So yeah, the McLaren man's trying season is continuing.
Yeah, I think McLaren, they're like the team that are struggling out the most, because obviously Alpine, I think Alpine was last week, if you remember, as Riley buys for tyres in the pit. But due to White Farron's great result and Nick getting in the points as well, it bumps up to 9th, and obviously McLaren and Alpine, they've got an interesting battle in the Constructors' Championship, as we're seeing Janel coming across the line, and that's P7 for him. All the other runs are in the pit. Nick had a good qualifier last week, but didn't convert that to the race. But still, we got points. So we'll see if he gets... he improves by 110, moves up to P7. Not too shabby for him. So Constructors look like this. Aston Martin, 151 points. They're sitting in the lead. Red Bull second, 120. Haas third, 70. Mercedes fourth, 63. AlphaTauri fifth, 59. Ferrari sixth, 58. Williams 7th, 54, McLaren 8th, 52, Alpine 9th, 49, and Alfa Romeo 10th, 46. So 8th, 9th, and 10th. It's all about the battle for not being last place, as Casper comes across the line now. He needs to pick up the pace a bit after last week. 111.961. This is looking like close, despite it being in the wet conditions, I have to say. And it's stopped raining a little bit. I thought it was going to be light rain for the whole session, but it could dry up before we know it. So that could be interesting. Taz is lying to us, Jamie.
Well, the weather is set to approximate, so yeah, that's why we do set the weather to approximate, because it does allow for these sort of things, and I think it may get slicks at the end. It's hard to tell though, because we had this in our race where it looked like it's going to be slicks for that last 5 laps. It only was 6 to the final lap, as Nick put 6th place. And Nick has done some really good qualifiers this season. The races haven't been so much, but he is learning no assists, I think. And I think with no assists, you tend to nail the qualifying first rather than the race. So you mentioned Lukey, obviously with Alfa Romeo bottom standings, but you have to fair play Lukey though. He's done it all by himself. So he's last in the constructors, but he's still doing quite well with the drivers. And McLaren are the only team yet to score a podium this season, this tier. And also J Luke's been close on several occasions. He's yet to go score a podium in the league, actually, so we'll see if he can do that tonight.
He was so close. Remember in Belgium when he got it on track, but I think one of the drivers got their penalties removed. I think it was Lukey. So that demoted Jay to 4th, and you should have seen his tweet. He was absolutely gutted about that. So surely he's going to be one that's fighting. And 5th place for him is pretty good. Now, you may notice some of the drivers in the pits swapping around between the softs and the intermediate tyres. And that is because they're thinking, right, should I go out on the softs now or should I go out on the inters? Now, it is still a bit of race. If I were you, staying out or going out on softs is not the best move at the moment. I don't think it's going to dry up quickly enough, so maybe going on one final lap on the inters will be the best decision. And the rain question was brought up again. I don't know why the media are so obsessed with rain, but it was brought up again. Rain always changes the characteristics. If it rains, we'll be better off for it. Obviously, Janel would give in the rain, like we said. I think Nick kind of likes the rain as well, because obviously he nearly got pole in the wet conditions. Actually, no, it might not be wet, actually, but he did well in Brazil one season. He actually won the race in the wet conditions in Brazil, so he likes the wet, but he's obviously using no assist as well. And due to the short track as well, will people think qualifying is important? With the way this is going, I think everyone thinks it is. Chris said it's important as always, same with Janel. And Scorpion has raised the point, which I raised in my interview as well, about the DRS trains. It will make overtaking tricky, so qualifying would be important. There's lots of overtaking opportunities, but if you're stuck in one big train, you're going to be in trouble. So that's a good point there. And Colin also agrees with everybody else that qualifying is important. So I wasn't expecting to be everyone going yes. I thought people would go no, but everyone thinks that qualifying is important around Austria due to the DRS train. And yeah, I don't think it's going to be dry enough for soft. So yeah, Injures will be the way to go. But I know if people maybe outside the top 10, they may brave it on the soft just for a little bit of a laugh if they're a little bit further away. But no, I don't think it's going to be the case at the moment.
Yeah, obviously a lot of these guys going out quite late in the session. Obviously, in my view, in the Inters qualifying, you tend to get your best lap in the second lap, but these guys, they only go on one lap at it. So, and they're coming out quite late, and the traffic's coming such a short lap in 16 drivers. It's going to be quite difficult to get a lap in. These Aston Martin guys have gone out again. I wonder if Scorpion will get the slipstream this time, so they'll both go flying laps.
Colin on softs. Colin is on the soft compound, the tyres.
The track is drier.
It is drier, but it's still slippery. I'm looking on board on Colin turn 3. He was still sliding as well. So, but you never know. He could technically still go faster compared to the Inters, but you can say he has to crawl through turn 4.
Scorpion's on softs as well. Scorpion's on softs.
I think if you have nothing to lose, why not go for it? But if you, like Glot or Chris, I wouldn't risk it if I were you, so they're staying out as well. We've got quite a few people in the chat. My old co-con from ACC's in the chat as well. Nice to see you, John. How are you doing? And we got Dr. Nell Bender as well. And John is actually predicting Colin for the win. Well, he's currently sitting in 9th. We'll see how he does. Let's actually go on board with Colin's lap. Nah, that's... I think Colin's made a bad strategy call there. But again, White Vine has nothing to lose. I think Nick's on these softs as well. What are these guys doing? It's too slippery. Far too slippery. They made the same mistake to what I saw in Prospect earlier, but we never knew it was going to dry up, so we didn't know who made the right decision. It's kind of like that, in a way.
Yeah. It's a gamble, yeah. I felt very much like Lando Norris at Russia in that race. Yeah, I thought it was going to dry up, but it didn't. And I saw everyone having pit, and I was just thinking about gambling, but thought, no, I was a chicken, and it proved to be the wrong idea. And look at the set times, and Scorpion he's 6 tenths off, but the track is getting dry towards the end laps, so Scorpion can. It's still looking quite slippy though, so Chris has invalidated, so his qualifying session is over. Got Passe, Battle Angel, Casper, they're all setting meat, and they're all Inters, so the Inters look the quicker tyre. Let's see what Scorpion's second sector is. It's down by second half, so it's not Inters. But if it was a couple more minutes, and it would have been, but yeah, Glock is on pole position at the moment. Nobody's really improving at the front. Larkin's
Colin's in the pits.
First sector, Larkin may have an opportunity to improve, but White Fountain, he was on a flap also, might get his way towards the end of the lap. I think White Fountain, I think he is on the slicks, so Larkin, he may get held up by that Alpine as he goes a little bit on the curb, a little bit slidey there. I tell you what, he's getting drier. Another 2 or 3 minutes and it would have been slicks, but not now.
Nah, definitely not as well. So we'll see who's about to cross the line. We've got an Alpine, but I don't think Nick is going to improve. So we'll see.
DMS is enabled, but it's too late.
But it's too late as well. But he could find some time. You never know. But I don't think it's going to be enough time. So let's go on board with Larkin. Larkin has invalidated his lap time. He's invalidated his lap time, so he's not going to improve. Passe has binned it. Likitu has invalidated as well, but I don't think he was going to improve anyway. And we're getting the bug. We're getting the bug where the outlap glitch. Oh no. So Hainan's got to leave the session, unfortunately, the way this is going. But Glock, once again, is on pole position. And a quick reminder on the permutations. If Glock wins with fastest lap, this is what everybody needs to do to stay in this. Lakitu, Nick, White Fountain, Kyle, Janel, Casper and Lukey will be eliminated. J. Luke must finish 2nd. Johannes must finish 4th. Verheyen must finish 8th. Larkin must finish 11th or 12th fastest lap. Scorpion, I believe, will still be in this as well. And I think Chris will still be in this as well. So I'm looking at the table. No matter what happens, Scorpion and Chris are still in this championship fight when it goes. So it will still go to, obviously, wherever we are next week, COTA. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drivers will be dead on eliminated if Glock wins the fastest lap. But if Glock wins, then obviously less people will be eliminated. Yeah, Verheyen needs to lead the session. We're just going to let the timer count down a bit. But what do you think of this qualifying session?
It's a very good one. Obviously, you've got all our main contenders at the front, which is good to see. And yeah, it was Glock got a good lap in the end there. And the end guys gambled. I can see why I did it. I remember I did it at Spa, and I was thinking, I might as well just gamble. But yeah, it just the rain stopped a couple of minutes too late for them. I think looking at it now, if the only qualifying now, they would have been definitely 6 quicker. But yeah, just the timing. Just a little bit too much for them there. And yeah, Glock and Chris, the top 2 in championship, first and second on the grid, which is good to see. Good to see the championship contenders up at the front again. And you've got likes of Jay, Luke, and Johannes, and Nick, and Passe. Fair play to Passe. That's quite a decent qualifying in his only his second race, I believe. So yeah, and Colin in 9th. I think Colin he'll be satisfied with that. I think a top 10 start's good for him. He can progress through the field.
Looks like we've got a lobby glitch.
Yeah, that's through restart.
So I will need to tell because I can see Verheyen needs to leave. Verheyen needs to lead the lobby. So if you're watching, we got Valtteri Bottas in the lobby. So yeah, we got Valtteri Bottas in the lobby. So whilst we wait for all the lobby to fix itself, I'm just seeing if there's any media day interviews we could bring up. I can't remember if there's any questions. I think a lot of people are liking this high-speed nature of the track, actually. Difficult to get right, said Colin, but he enjoys it. Scorpion said, that's good. He followed my instruction. Thank you, Verheyen. So I hope you'll be able to join the formation lap. Scorpion said before he started practicing he was looking forward to it. After practice, he's not too sure. That was me earlier on. Chris said, I'm not very excited because the safety car can come at any moment and destroy my race. And Janel is excited. Chris doesn't like safety cars, does he? Neither Scorpion. No. That is an Aston Martin thing, you know. So we've got Glock from Chris, Larkin, Scorpion, J-Luke, Johannes, Nick, Passe, Colin, Janel. Then we got Battle Angel, Casper, White Fountain, Lukey, Lakitu, Riley Wise, Verheyen, Ali B and Carl. Ali B and Carl retired earlier on in the race, or in the qualifying session. And before we head to the race, I will give Jamie a chance to give a quick reminder of our sponsors and partners.
Yeah, obviously I've got a fan car sponsor partnership again for supporting the league and offering a great league experience. And our sponsors are Next Level Racing. I believe it's their 5th or 6th season sponsored us, so they're quite a loyal sponsor, and they're providing in the league with an NLR Direct Drive Wheel Stand Driver of the Season Award, a new award, and that will be announced at the end of the season, I believe. 3M Sim Racing are sponsoring the league by providing a pair of their sim racing gloves to drive in the most combined poles and fastest laps, and Glock, I think, is looking really strong for that. Versatine are sponsoring our prizes. We've got prizes for top 3 in drivers, top 3 in commentators, and the Constructors Champions as well to go and get Tough Award, which is sponsored by ERT.
Yes, indeed, and there's quite a few ERT drivers in this league as well, so massive shout out to you guys. I will give them a quick mention now. We got Kyle, we got Nick, and we got Janel, and also massive shout out to all our race premium drivers, which are Glock, Chris, Scorpion, Larkin, Verheyen, Johannes, J-Luke, Lukey, Casper, White Fountain, Lakitu, Colin R. Mason, Ali B, and Riley Byes. Without you guys, the league wouldn't happen due to your generous donations as well, and they get great benefits as well as having a nice banner on the forum as well, which I have to say it looks pretty nice on our forum signatures, and it's quite nice. And they also get something nice on Discord as well. They get their own race premium as well. It lasts for a year as well. So technically, usually usually stuff happens like that, as we are starting to ready up now. Hopefully we don't have any ready up penalties today. Fingers crossed, because we don't want any naughty engines. I think Glock stands a good chance of basically win the championship next time out if he has a good result today. He can't bottle it like last week.
No, he got very lucky that the two Aston Martins copied his strategy, and it's quite ironic that the two Aston Martin drivers don't like safety cars, so that Aston Martin do supply one of the safety cars. And I'll also mention our rivalries, because obviously we do have that every week. We have the two drivers that are put up for the rivalries, and this week it is Verheyen and Scorpion, and they were asked another race where they didn't capitalise on the leaders' poor results. Which one of you do you think will bounce back better? And Scorpion did answer that. He said, hopefully it'll be me, but Austria is, as Dave Starr put it, obviously remember we mentioned our management team, code his way of legal torture, so Scorpion is not a fan of this track. A statement he agrees with. In the past, it's been a good track for him, and you hopefully he can bounce back this week. His qualifying's gone quite well at the moment, and yeah, the Aston Martin guys only scored 2 points last week. They need to bounce back.
Yeah. That is an interesting rivalry, I have to say. Fair play to our media day person in Decisive for coming up with these great rivalries, I have to say, with Verheyen and Scorpion there. I absolutely love it. I mean, Scorpion seems to be called into the rivalries every week.
Yeah.
Like, last week it was, who was it? I can't remember. But the week before, because I remember doing it was Glock and Scorpion, so... There we go. Yeah. So, we've got quite a mixed bag, actually. So, we got the top four on the softs, J-Luke on the mediums, Johannes and Nick on the softs as well. We got Passe, Colin and Jan on the mediums. We got Battle Angel, Casper, White Fountain and Lukey on the softs. The Ketu on the mediums, Riley Byes on the softs, Verheyen on the mediums as well as Ali B and Kyle. No one is on the hards as predicted, because the hards around here, well, I didn't know what it was going to be. I haven't even tested the hards on this game around Austria, but it would have been absolutely terrible. So there we go. But anyway, we're about to get started with the race. Hopefully you're all as excited as I am as well. And as Dr. Nell Bender says, let's go racing. And I could totally agree, as our task is ready. The commentators are ready, and hopefully the drivers are ready, as Verheyen might be desynced on my screen. But anyway, the 5 red lights are coming on. And we are underway. Glock gets a decent start from Chris Larkin as well. But I think Larkin does have the upper hand going to turn 1. Turn 1 could be a nightmare in these moments. So they got to keep it consistent, as I think looks like everyone else has made it through unscathed, which is good start from position. This is the same position we've been seeing all season. I think not, as I think we're seeing the two Aston Martins going head to toe with J-Luke. J-Luke's up into 4th place. He's had a good start as well. We got Battle Angel going around the outside of Passe and Casper as well. Let's see what he could do. He needs to have a little bit of a better season than he did. So here comes, it's almost a bit of contact there. That could have almost been tears for any one of the drivers, but there we go. Pass it up to 10th. Battle Angel stays in the lead, but they're still going side by side. Into turn 7 there, keeping it on the island. I don't know how they're doing it. Well. We do have a yellow flag, and that is a McLaren. That's Riley Byes and Glock.
Glock spun it. Wow, Glock spun it. Wow, what happened there? Glock has made a few mistakes this season. He was infallible, he spun again there. Wow, he must have hit it on the curb of death, and spun around. And wow, I was going to mention it's not been a great start for the Aston Martin guy. Well, not too bad now. Got down in 16th place. He's got to do another one of his back to front challenges as Verheyen, as Kyle Verheyen is in the pits. Not a great lap for Haas guys, but wow, we didn't see what happened to Glock there. I presume he just hit it on the curb and spun around. He had a big lead over Larkin. That's amazing.
Yeah, Larkin, I think, had the better restart of the Aston Martins, I think, because he was looking so confident as well. And J-Luke's probably happy at the moment that P3 is his, but you never know, because Scorpion is on the soft compound of tyres then. The soft compound of tyres 4 tenths quicker than the mediums, and even though it's quite little, it is a lot in this track, because obviously due to the fact that it's a short lap. As Lukey has, I think, trying to overtake Battle Angel. I think Lukey knows that Battle Angel is a lot slower than him. You never know. We could see some interesting seasons at the moment. Nick in 8th as well, so he wants to get past that. Another yellow flag. There's Riley Byes again. his season is just going from bad to worse at the moment as Larkin sets the fastest lap so far. So if Glock does not score, that only puts a few people out of contention for the championship. I think that only puts Lakitu, Nick and White Fountain must win. So, but you never know what could happen. As we saw Lakitu trying to make a move down the inside into turn 3. We also got a freeway fight for P8, as well as Nick has almost lost quite a few positions. But he's enjoying, I think, the likes of Battle Angel, Casper and Lukey fighting. There's also J-Luke and Scorpion as well. There's just so much battles happening through turn 4, heading towards turn 5. Scorpion has it on those softer tyres. Scorpion is up into 3rd place. Nick and Colin then are going at it in turn 6. They're heading towards turn 7. Nick into P7, then Nick's done a great job so far. He's getting quite a few positions, so has Colin as well. Has Battle Angel spun in turn 7. Very easy to do, but he was having a very good start, but unfortunately I think it was too early on the power there, so he's down in P17. But Larkin still leads. DRS is enabled. What were you on lap 4? What the hell?
Yeah, that's why we glitched with timing there. It was White Fountain and Lukey both in the pits. So, you didn't have VSC, did we, at the start? No, it's so weird. As we got Glock's 11th place, he's stuck in behind Lakitu and Casper. And Glock's not really making an impression of the guys ahead. I wonder if Glock's maybe burnt his tyres out of his spin. As Scorpion, Hun and Chris are battling very close together. I wonder if there's been some team orders here at Aston Martin as J-Luke on their main tyres. I'd say it's looking strong. Obviously did lose the place to Scorpion, but them softs will be starting to go very soon, and J-Luke, he had a really good start in the mediums, really went round the outside of the Aston Martin in turn 2, and he's doing good strong pace, but Larkin, that gap's in at 1.7 seconds, and that's good because that means he's not in the DRS, as we had a few early pitters there. Obviously these guys tend to pit quite early in this T, I've just noticed. Yeah,
pitting in early on in the race around Austria is not too bad because the memes could last a fortune around this track, so that could be turned into an easy one-star race. So for Hayden and White Fountain and Lukey, their race is not over yet, as we've got another yellow flag. White Fountain's left the session. BSC. Now, who caused that, I don't know, and I think I've just been told by Dexter that Ali B needs an invite.
Yeah, so I'll send him one, yeah. I believe that might be the spin of Battle Angels. Battle Angels spun and it caused a VSC. We have seen it in the past. I believe we had one Silverstone where a car spun and caused a VSC. So, yeah, that's quite interesting. It's been quite a frenetic first few laps. Not a huge surprise with Austria where you do see a lot of action.
Yeah, it always does. It definitely does. Like, as White Fan has just joined, so he's reconnected to the session. Riley Byes has pitted onto medium, so is Battle Angel too. So that gave a chance for that VSC. That VSC probably kind of helped them in a way as well. So, to be honest, it depends on how long the VSC lasts for these drivers. So I think it should come in soon, but with Austria, it may sound like an eternity. So Larkin still leads. Adele has gone as well, which is not very helpful. But I do believe we could check TAS still. So it's Larkin still leads by 1.8 seconds. But I think it could change due to the safety car. VSC still there. And VSC could... Oh, it's Larkin. Oh, that might be too late. Verheiden's got a drive-through. But speeding on the VSC. That's just gone from bad to worse. I think the rivalry's curse has struck again. You could blame, I think, Indecisive for that one. But anyway, Larkin comes out. If it was out for any longer, he would have been fine. But he lost, I think, less time anyway in the pit. So that won't be too bad for Larkin. Will Chris and Scorpion follow suit, or will they stay out? Jaylee will probably have to stay out as well. So on the mean, same with Janon too. So you never know what could happen. There could be a safety car in the midst, but we already have one of our slots out of the way, and that was a VSC. So 4 more to go. Hopefully we don't get 4 more. Hopefully that will be it for the race. But here we go. If the Precision tier can get away with no safety cars, I think that'll be the first race in a while where Precision has no safety cars. But we'll see. We're keeping our fingers crossed. Jano is doing well in 4th. He's still in championship contention, don't forget. And he knows now that Glot is nowhere near in contention at the moment. So Jano could still be in the fight going into Kota next week.
Yeah, Glot's by Casper and Lakitu. He had an opportunity to go inside Lakitu, turn through the previous lap, but backed out of it. And yeah, Glock is losing time to deal with training. Needs to Aston Martin guys. They need to really work together and try and pull away, because J-Luke, these softs are starting to go off, and that the softs can go lap 10, lap 11 on the first stint. As you got the Ferrari Johannes, and Johannes going inside of Jarno will get the better exit of the push turn 4, they'll go side by side. Both will have DRS, Johannes will have the slipstream. Now will Johannes send up the inside of turn 4? I think he's a bit too far back, yes he is, and Jarno gets his braking just about right, and yeah, them two had a really nice battle there, and Jarno hangs on just.
Yeah, Janel is a position tier champion for a reason. He showed his mettle here on the racetrack, and he knows that a podium tier runner-up from last season is no means feat. To be fair, Johannes has had a cracking season in position tier. I think he's been doing better than the podium tier champion from last season, Casper. So I think it must mean that Johannes, I think, has coped a little bit better on this game. And don't forget, this is Johannes' last season at One Hub Racing. He's not racing in the final season on F1 2021, which we won't know where it is yet, but you know, this is his final season, and as it stands, he would gain quite a few positions due to this as well. He had one of his best qualifyings in a while. He had a flag set to 3. That is that was Riley again. Yeah. This time it was just a spin. I don't think there was damage from Riley's car. Passe, though, has got damage. He's got full front wing damage, 100% according to TAS.
Yeah, so not a good race for him. He had decent qualifying. As I'm going to mention, Scorpion got very close to the back of Chris on the previous turn 3. I think one of these Aston Martin guys will pit this lap. It looks like I think Chris might be the guy, because I think Chris is maybe struggling a bit more on tyre wear than Scorpion. Will the Aston Martin come in the pits now? Yes, he does. He's committing to the pit lane now. His teammates got to be careful. Yeah, just about avoid that pit lane is very dangerous. I don't like following a car around there. It's covered in the pits.
Yeah, that was close from Chris, I have to say, but he's getting the undercut strategy sorted. Double stacking does not work in this game, unfortunately, as much as we would have liked, so that's probably why. There was a few things mentioned in the driver's briefing about the pit entry. Now, I know in some leagues, not going to name a few because I don't want to be rude or anything, but some leagues are very, very strict when it comes to these type of things. There's, Nikita and Nick going side by side into turn 3. Nick getting a better run, but I think Nikita, has he got DRS? No, he does not. Nick has the DRS, so I think it could be advantage Nick, but he's got less DRS than Nikita, I think. Yes, he does. I think Nikita could get the switch back. No, he doesn't. But we also got a battle going on between Casper and Glock. We know Glock is the faster driver, and he wants to gain momentum because he knows he's had a horrible start after that spin. To be fair, he's in 7th, even after that spin early. To be fair, that's a good comeback at the moment, as he just gets past Casper. I think
Nick's tyres are gone.
Yeah, Nick's tyres are gone. I'm just looking at the tyre wear on TAS, and he's in the pits actually. 31% on those soft, and that, believe me, is awful. But talking about the pit lane, before there were some battles going on the track, we're not as strict as other leagues compared to the pit entry. The stewards decided that the entry to the pit lane does not need to be followed. They decided that slowing down before the corner could be potentially dangerous to upcoming drivers. If a driver wants to pit, he could take the penultimate corner as usual and pit after the corner, though the driver still needs to be aware the drivers around him or her, as causing a collision is a real threat when trying to enter the pit lane.
Johannes got on Chris here.
Oh, Johannes.
Teammate. So she has probably a good outlap there, and Johannes is through. He's up to 8th place, so Johannes is in the net 3rd place. What can Chris do about this? Chris has got to make some points upon Glock. I'm not such a good race. With Chris on the inside, no, he's got a good driver. What he thinks about it, but has to back out of it.
Yep, he does, as yellow flag set to 3. That was probably just someone going to the pits, I think. It could be Riley. Yeah, it could be Riley. So, round number 3, number 4, between J. Luke and Janel at the moment as they head towards turn 1. And I wonder if going for the undercut around here is more powerful than the overcut. Now, I think around here, if you pit early, it's definitely the way to go, as Janel gets past J. Luke quite comfortably, actually up into 1st place. But don't forget, they still need to make their 1st stop. But they'll be on 2 soft stints at the end, which will make it to the end. Casper still needs to box. He's on softs. The only driver that started on the softs that are still boxing. That is the most crucial, that still needs to box. Crucial factor here. Your net race leader, by quite some way is Larkin by around about 5-6 seconds. As Riley bites it out.
That safety car. It's not going to be safety car. And if it is, I know Scorpion.
Yeah, it is safety car. Binned in the final corner. This is good news for Janel, and it's good news for J-Luke. Would you go on mediums? Would you go on mediums maybe and then go on softs at the end? That's what I would do.
Probably do two softs, you can't get there. This is good news for Glock. Glock comes back up again. I know.
That was close, J-Luke. Oh my god.
Fair play to Casper. He's done 10 laps in the softs. But yeah, Casper will be able to do medium soft, I believe. So yeah, Casper might be in a good position here. I believe Larkin's in again, so Larkin's going to go on hard tyres to the end. That's interesting. Everyone else is coming in, so I think the two Aston Martins have learnt a lesson last week. I think they realised they've got to get these stops done under the safety car.
Yeah, they've got to, and I think I did something similar around Singapore where there was a safety car that came out at just the right time, and I was like, you know what, the mediums could get to the end. It was either the mediums or actually no, it was the hards. Actually, I put it onto the hards. I could get to the end. It is a bit of a strategy, but I did exactly the same in Prospect. I pitted, I think, lap 11, lap 12 until the end, because obviously I pitted quite early for damage, and it kind of worked. And I think, because obviously the intermediates, they last the same amount of time as the mediums, but we had about 3-4 safety cars, and this is our first. So position are going to probably... There's going to be a few more safety cars in order for that to happen, but it is going to be the dry session for the rest of the race anyway. They should be all good in that front. So, I'm just seeing, I'm going to look on TAS actually to see if anyone has made their second stop, because if they have, they're the net race leader. Actually, I'll get it up on your screen so you can all see it, just in case people are watching at home. So, a similar situation to last week. A lot of people are boxed, apart from Janel. Obviously, Janel's still yet to make the second stop, but they just box anyway. J-Luke still yet to make a second stop. Casper still yet to make a second stop. So is Lakito. Larkin has done 2 stops. Ali B's back in the race, and he's back into P6. So, to be honest, without Jamie inviting him back, he wouldn't be in this position. So fair play to Ali B, but he's still yet to make his second stop. Everybody else, though, so we've got Scorpion, Johannes, Chris, Glot, Colin, Nick, Kyle, Lukey. They made their 2 stops, so it's White Fountain, Battle Angel, and Passe. Verheyen, still yet to make their second stop. So I think the ones that appeared for me, if they've done the right thing, but their tyres are going to be dead towards the end. But if I can make Inters last from like lap 11 to the end, I'm sure people in a higher tier can make the mediums last to the end.
Yeah, according to our track guide, it's 21 laps. Remember, the 6 laps do the best laps in these guys. Yeah, you will get mediums to the end. It might be a bit sketchy, but yeah, obviously, if the safety car comes out later on, you'll go and put a set of softs on you. The tyre wear around it is pretty decent, and yeah, I could do about 20 laps around here, and I am quite aggressive. So yeah, these guys will surely get to the end. And look at Glock. Glock's suddenly right back in this. He's right behind Chris, his championship rival. The safety car is in now, so the restart's going to be interesting. Of the likes of Jarno, J-Luke, Casper, they're going to have to try and work together and try to pull a gap, because obviously you've got Larkin in 5th place. Larkin has got to try and clear the key to as quickly as possible.
Yeah, that's what Larkin has got to do to make sure that he has gained the most positions out of anyone. And don't forget, there's also fantasy points involved as well, and I'm just looking who has gained the most and who's going to probably gain one in fantasy. Well, if any of you guys have Lakito, I know quite a few of you have Lakito, if you're watching this, you would probably gain a lot. Same with Ali B as well, but they're yet to make their second stop. Carl's gained quite a lot as well. And are we about to get underway? Nick's got a 5-second penalty, but enough about that. Janel's restart was amazing as they head towards turn 1. Casper as well has been a lapping Passe. I think Passe couldn't catch up the lap. Kyle's off. Kyle is off. He's had a bit of a spin. Battle Angel, I think, Battle Angel got away with it at the moment. For Hayden trying to go around the outside of Lukey. We've got Larkin in the key too as well. Could be 3 wide. Oh my god, it's Johannes, Glot and Chris all going side by side. Johannes probably gained the least out of this. Oh my god, this can't be 4 wide, surely. Well, because of the ghost kind of thing. So we got Scorpion and Johannes and Glot. Don't forget, Scorpion and Glot are championship rivals. We don't want this to end in tears. Is Johannes going to go for deep, heading to turn 6? Can he make it? He makes it, and he does it. Brilliant job from him so far. And he's now going to see if he could chase down Scorpion now. Johannes' pace on the means is incredible. So Scorpion then trying to get part. Oh, a bit squirmy from Johannes there. Before he lost a bit of time so far. And yeah, I think Scorpion has the edge there so far. Meanwhile, the ones on the who yet to make a stop, as we've got a yellow flag again, which for nothing.
Yeah, I don't know what's for.
That was because I saw it on sector 3, but it was nothing. So it's probably debris at this stage. But Casper doing well in third again. He's still yet to make a stop, but still he would take it in a heartbeat. Glock and Johannes fighting side by side again. Don't forget DRS not enabled yet. It will be enabled on the next lap. Unfortunately, the camera angle is not giving us the best away. Oh my goodness, this is ever so close between Glock and Johannes. We will see what they could do. Johannes going side by side with Glock. Can they make it stick? Johannes. Fair play to Johannes' defensive skills. I don't think I'll be able to do that. That is incredible.
Yeah, that's good driver now. So Glock is the faster driver, but it just shows you Johannes has a great racecraft. He's trying to get by, and yeah, Chris had an awful restart there. He lost a few places, and he was in that 3 wide, and he came off worse. So he's got DRS now enabled, so he might be overtaken now. He's got Jan and J-Luke obviously fighting for the lead, and Casper. So Casper's doing a good job in the mediums, keeping up with the leaders, and these guys got to pit. But Larkin, all he's got to do is just hang back and wait for these guys to pit. He was in the same situation last week, amazingly, and he's just got to, hopefully there's no more, for his sake, hopefully there's no more safety cars. As Ali B is really racing the back of Lakita. Ali B might have an opportunity here into turn 4. I think he might be a bit too back as Glock is racing Colin for 10th place. Ali B is going to sit down inside Lakita, who makes a defensive move, and Ali B had to back out of it, but Ali B is going to get a great exit through turn 5. He's going to be round outside turn 6. Ali B, when he gets his move done, what will Lakita do? Lakita hangs in on there, going to be side by side. Ali B will have to back out of it, so Lakita is just about hanging on, but Ali B, he wants to get by. He knows he's quicker than them softs, and you can see the guys behind closing. Lakita might be a bit of a sitting duck now. He's not got DRS from anybody.
No, he has not got DRS from quite a lot of people actually. So Lakita must be feeling right. Don't forget Ali B's on the softer tyre as well. So if Ali B gets past Lakita, this could be work very well in terms of the final pit stops. Johannes setting the fastest lap at the moment inside the top 10. Don't forget there are points for if you complete you get the fast lap inside the top 10 and outside the top 10. And wow, Ali B made it look easy. It shows that the softs are a good tyre at the moment. As Chris gets past Colin, could be 3 wide again. You know, Nick could take advantage of this.
Yeah, Nick's just hanging in there. It's interesting that Glock has got 1% wing damage. I don't know if that's going to affect him at all, but we have noticed in this game, even the slightest amount of wing damage can affect you. And he has dropped to the back of Johannes, so Glock maybe 1% wing damage, it's not a lot, but he can definitely lose time from it, as Lukey's got a really damaged foot wing, so Lukey may have to pit this lap, as he's really lost a lot of time there. So I'm battle angel, so both these guys are limping, and that's why they dropped off a lot.
Yeah, I think a lot of these drivers, are limping right now. I think they could be struggling towards the end with the grip, and they may be pushing too much. As I was wondering if White Fountain dropped a bit, but it wasn't. It was Lukey that's going into the pits. I wonder if he got damage. Let me check.
Inside battle angel turn 1. Verheyen has to get some moves done. Not many. J-Luke, Jay's got a great run on Yarlow up to turn 3. He's got a bang wheel side by side. Yeah, J-Luke has the position, but Yarlow is going to get the slipstream and DRS. Look at the exit. J-Luke got the excellent traction there, and J-Luke is back in the lead of the race. What will Casper do about it? Casper pretty far back, but has to back out. A bit more comfortable softs than on the mediums.
Yep. I think, but don't forget, Jano and J-Luke still have to pit. Larkin does not, so Larkin is your net race leader. But there could be a safety car that could make things very, very tasty indeed. And with the battle so close, there could be quite a few drivers that could make mistakes here, and that will not be good at all. As J-Luke gets a 3-second time penalty. It's Chris has spun, and that was exactly what I was talking about, with people becoming complacent. And has he got damage? Yes, he's only got 23 on the left-hand side. So that's not bad. Same with Battle Angel as well.
J-Luke's at the moment, he's lost 3 places. J-Luke, what you've got on the curb, but well, look at Casper and Jan. Casper and Jan are fighting for the lead. Casper is gained a lot of places suddenly. Casper's fighting for the lead. As well, I was going to mention Chris is catching. He was catching Glock, but I think he may have got caught in the dirty air there. As Casper's going round the outside of turn 5. But yeah, J-Luke's stuck. Jan's getting much room there, but he's going to get it. But Casper's going to get the inside line here. These two fighting the 2 fins side by side. Great race here. Casper will get the inside line, but Jan will make it the exit, and Casper is going to force this quick on the curb. But look, Jan's still there. They're going to be side side. They've been side side to half lap. Now somebody's got back here and find through corners. Surely, no. Winging there and stays ahead. Wow, how did Jan get the position there? He's on the curb, a bit live on the curb, but he's going to hang on. Wow, how did Jan keep the lead? But Casper's going to inside of turn 1. And Casper get the move done, but would he slow it down? Now he might be vulnerable because now Jarno's going to get DRS up the hill.
Oh, this is insane. Larkin, this is going to be free abreast into turn 1. Larkin with the send of dreams. He's going to make those tyres last until the end of this race. He doesn't need to stop again. And he's shown that he made that move done perfectly. J-Luke is back in this despite this penalty. But Jano and Casper, they're going to continue the battle that they started a lap ago. Round 2, as it were. They're doing incredible. Casper just has the edge on Jano. But Jano knows that Casper's running out of ERS. Look at the LED light on the back of his car. He's on 11%. Jano is on 40. Sure, it's an advantage, Jano. But Jano's losing time to Casper at the moment, heading in towards turn 8 and 9. So I wonder if the DRS could help a little bit. Kyle just got a 3-second time penalty. This race, I've got to say, is amazing. I think all the races I've seen the other commentators' reactions to obviously prospect, podium and points, they've had the races have all been absolutely fantastic tonight. And don't forget, there's also Pinnacle Tier happening right now on YouTube. So if you want to check that out whilst watching this, please do. But make sure you stay with this because that is absolutely incredible stuff at the moment as Casper tries to... Oh, Jano's made a mistake. Jano's made a mistake. He almost went wide. This could be advantage J-Luke, but I don't think he's gained enough. Like we said, DRS trains are an absolute nightmare. All this battling, Lark is already 1 second adrift to Casper.
Yeah, it was 11 car train, I believe it or not. Yeah, but Larkin's got through. He's got to try and pull the gap, and he's doing that nicely. His Scorpion, he's in 6th place now. Scorpion's made some nice progress, but he's now stuck in his train. He's going to hope these guys pit very soon. But these soft tyres they're going over 2 or 3 laps. I don't think they'll come in just yet because they'll try and do 2 sets off at the end, which they should be able to do. And Scorpion's on that curb, and yeah, I'm actually it's on that curb, and he picked up penalties. That's a costly mistake of Scorpion with Glock not having such a good race, and Scorpion cannot afford them mistakes if he wants to win the championship.
Nope. He can't afford these mistakes at all, because otherwise he'll be eliminated next round, and you do not want that. And the fact that you're so close to winning a title, and if you just bottle it today, then this could be the race that decides it. And if there's a race like, which race do you think you lost the championship on? And I think it could be Austria. So Scorpion needs to get his head in the game right now. Same with Janon as well. As penalties, quite a lot of drivers got penalties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people got.
Jake's out.
Safety car. Surely it's got to be a safety car. Yeah. Yes, safety car. That is good news for your Casper or Janon, which means you can pit and you can still get points.
I think I think everybody has to pit and just put fresh tyres on.
Softs can make it to the end. Softs can get to the end, so everyone's surely got a box.
Larkin's staying out.
Casper's in, obviously. Janel's in, obviously. Ali B's in, obviously. Scorpion's staying out. Lakitu is staying in. Johannes stays out. That is a mixed bag, but I don't know. Would you want track position? But I don't know. It's a tough call.
Sorry to interrupt. Chris had a moment there in turn 4 with a safety car, and he dropped the back of the pack. He was at the back of the pack already, but he seems to be coming from a spin, or was that maybe him slowing down for Delta? Maybe that was just him. I might have actually been slowing down for Delta. I think Chris, he should come in, surely. It's the free pit stop for him. I know he's on fresh softs, but he's not going to lose anything. Surely Chris will come in. Yes, he does. So we've got the front 4. out on old tyres, and everybody else behind on fresh softs. So this could be a very interesting restart. Obviously, Larkin, he's got track position, and it might work out for him. If he can, if he can overtake around there, but it's proven it's not a given, as Kyle, I believe, is in this train, but he's a lap down. So Kyle's. I think that's going to be annoying for the restart for Kyle. Obviously, he's hoping the front two are going to pit, but they haven't. So Kyle is a lap down.
Yep, he is, just like Passe. So that means there'll be a lap down of everybody. And I remember last year, I think it was last year actually in Austria, last season 18. Well, I don't even know what season we are. I think it was season 18. I think I said season 18 earlier, I'm an absolute noob. But anyway, season 18, I think I had a very horrible lap one. I had to pit quite early, no one else did. There was no safety car, and I was a lap down, I think, after the second safety car. Or it might have been another league, I can't remember. But it was definitely one league where I had a similar issue compared to Carl and Passe, and I thought, that's it, that's over. But there could still be issues up ahead. There could be people that bin it and retire, so you never know. Carl and Passe, do not give up when the going gets tough, because you could still be rewarded here in Austria. You could still potentially get a point if other people start to struggle. So do not give up, even though you're a lap down than everybody else. So, our running order at the moment. It's good to see quite a few people still watching. Massive shout out to you all in the chat. So we got Larkin in P1, Scorpion P2, Johannes P3, Nick P4, Casper P5, Janel P6, Ali B P7, Glock P8, White Fountain P9, Lakitu 10, Colin 11th, Hayden 12th, Lukey, Battle Angel, Chris, and then we got two cars a lap down. And just to confirm, I know it's a bit obvious already, everybody has made their 2 required pit stops, so no one will need to pit again. But keep an eye on the top 4. They're going to be on worn mediums. Will those mediums get to the end? It's a bit of a push, but I did say they can do it, and that safety car's probably helped them get those tyres to the end.
Easy gets to the end,
Yes, I think without this safety car, I think it would have been a bit of an issue. So, but all this safety car is allowing Casper to be back in this. If you have a penalty, you could have a good sharp opponent. Ali B, we could be for an upset result. Ali B could be in this as well. Ali B pace, I think, since he's rejoined the lobby, is pretty much sensational at the moment. He hasn't made many mistakes, touch wood, and he's I think he's been having some much better performances than what we've seen before. And don't forget, Ali B's in 16th position. He scored 10 points, so he could double his points in one sitting, and that'll just be quite incredible stuff from the Haas driver. And I think so. You'll be a net P4 right now if things stay as they are, which for Ali B, I think you'll take that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, he's only results to 5th place in single wide DNF to a few races. He's got 15th place as well, so yeah, he's looking good. As I mentioned on TAS, we mentioned Glock had that 1% wing damage, of Hayden also had 3% wing damage. Interesting enough, they did not get repaired in their pit stops, so they're both got slightly damaged wings, which I'm not sure how much will affect them charging through. A safety car is in this lap now. Jano's a great opportunity here to win a race. He's got to be we saw the Hayden in Australia overtook 2 cars on the first lap. He's got to do the same again. He's just have to maybe allow his fellow countrymen to open the door for him, because obviously he will win on penalties as Larkin's got this restart doing all. This is going to be interesting. He's on quite old, and it's going to be quite a difficult few laps for him to get tyres up temperature, and them tyres, I think they'll go off for the softs do.
Yeah, they definitely will at the moment. So let's watch the restart then, as Larkin is going to be controlling the field. I'm very excited for this. We've got 12 laps to go. Well, 11 laps to go after the restart. And a mixture of strategies. No one on the hards. Everyone's on the softs or the mediums. So here we go. Larkin's restart was timed to perfection there. Casper had a brilliant restart. He's got past Nick. Nick was caught off guard there and been caught napping. Janel got past Nick as well. So Janel is in a net P2 right now. We also got Glock as well. That is fighting with Ali B. He's got past Ali B, I think. And this is going to be a train. Casper's struggling. Casper struggling. I wonder if he's got front wing damage, or I don't know, could be free abreast here. Turn 3 is always tricky with the heavy braking zones. But Ali B just got past Casper again, up into 7th place. But can Casper get a better on here? We'll just have to find out. We got Glock as well. He's trying to get past Nick. I don't think Glock has any penalties. No, he does not.
Yeah.
And so he is flying back on the field. To be fair, Glock is having a great comeback from. Don't forget, he was near the back, I think, at the start. We thought he was going to get in the points, but now he could put quite a lot of people out of contention after this race. As Casper gets past Ali B again, up into 8th. Well, Casper is the faster driver to be expected, and the Ghost cars could play a set in terms of DRS very, very soon as well. That luckily Ghostin is on, because otherwise that will be a huge issue as Battle Angel goes into the pits.
Chris got wind damage.
Yes, he has. Chris has got front wind damage according to Taz. That is 10%. But Battle Angel, he had front wind damage as well in that restart, 26%.
Oh, Glock! Wow, Glock was out in the brakes there, also at the back of Johannes. Wow, he's really confident on the brake, and then he's going to get a decent exit here. Now Glock is going to send it inside of Johannes. So Johannes on old mediums, I think he might be pretty defensive, but Johannes got decent straight line speed, so it will be easy for Red Bull to get past. No, he doesn't have to back out of it. And I think Nick, his issue was he didn't get his tyres up to temperature in the restart. That was all the signs of a car that its tyres were not up to temperature. As Casper's overtaken Nick for 6th place, so Casper is starting to make his way back up the field.
Fair play to Casper as well, and Nick's got another penalty as well, which could play dividends. We could see Nick drop his way down the field as well. Channel, who had almost a win taken for him, I believe it was in Singapore, Belgium, but he's looking on course to win today. Ali B pitting. I think he must have got damage. What a shame for Ali B. I do not want to speak about Ali B again. Casper spun! No! Casper spun turn 1! Turn 1, that is so hard. I don't know what you would do, but Casper down to 13th place. I should shut up. I should
Jarno's got 5 score, 2 per second to Scott. Jarno could be on for this win here. He's got the Mercedes ahead as Johannes and Glock on side by side in turn 3, but Glock got the move done. So these medium tyres, these medium runners are starting to struggle now. They're just falling down the order. They've just got no grip as Verheyen. We go around the inside of Nick into turn 6. Is he going to get this done? Yes, he does. Nick is just falling down the order. If I was Nick, I'd maybe tempted to maybe pit. And maybe a few laps time, go fast that point. He's got a few fast laps already this season. Let's look at Colin. They're going side by side. 2 members of the management team go side by side. And yeah, Nick's just let the move done. I think Nick realises his races are short. He's got another yellow flag. I believe that is Casper. So Casper spun it again. So that I think Casper's tyres did not cool down, and yeah, he spun it again, and he spun it yet again. So yeah, Casper's tyres must be around 140 degrees because he's like a spinning top. It's Jarno's.
Can we see that on Taz? I don't. There we can't. We can only see tyre wear. That's annoying.
Jarno's going for the lead here on Larkin. Larkin gets a decent exit though. Jarno shifting inside. Yeah, Ali B's out. That might be no safety car.
No, it's not a safety car because he retired in the pit lane.
Oh, it's good to see as Larkin hangs on, but I believe it won't be too long as Glock and Scorpion goes out, but Glock goes deep there. Glock lost a couple of places.
Glock!
Wow, Glock had a mistake there. Wow, Lakita's got through and Glock hits the back of
Glock's left.
Lakita.
Is it Glock's car? I think it must be Glock's controller.
Yeah, it's lagging. Yeah, it's got an issue there. That could be bad news for his championship. He may be losing championship leads. Look at Lakita and Larkin. Jarno is going to fight for lead here. Jarno, look, he's on the back of Larkin, but Larkin has decent ground speed. This will not be easy for the Mercedes man to hold back the Alpha Tauri. And look, he's just dummying for a move, but Larkin gets great traction.
Yeah, Larkin is not giving up, I have to say. Even though he's on the memes, he's doing an incredible job. We know Janel is the faster driver. The medias will start to fall off. Lakito could be getting 4th place here, but Scorpion is defending for his life. And this is separating them field men for the boys. Lakito's dropping off, actually. What's happening to Lakito on those softs? White Fan's going to try and have a dive on the outside of turn 4. White Fan is having a stonking race so far, I have to say. 2 races in a row for White Fountain. You know, not going to say anything more. Not going to say anything more. I've already ruined Ali B's race. I'm sorry, Ollie B. That was my fault. And I've already ruined Glock's race as well, and Casper's. Not really, but commentators curse. I always say something good about a driver, then boom, they spin. So on lap 31, Janel decides to back out of this one as well. And I think Johannes picked up a penalty recently.
He's got by Scorpion for 6th place, and there's a mention in the chat of Glock's not happy with an incident, so we may see a steward's report there. As Janel's taking the lead, Black's the fight on the outside, but Janel will get the pet traction after 2. Finally got the move done, but Larkin's got DRS and he's going to use the battle show. This is the last chance for Larkin to take the move back, but no, Jarlo's going to get the move done. And look at White Fountain, Johannes there fighting for 3rd place. White Fountain down the inside. Will it be back-to-back podiums? The LP man, yes it does. He's got the move done. Johannes will have to back out of it, and White Fountain's got 3.5 seconds for Larkin. Can White Fountain catch Larkin and take 2nd place? It's going to be difficult. I think he may have to settle 3rd place, but still will be an excellent drive. And Larkin, after taking 2nd place, Larkin may be put himself back in the championship contention. These results, and Glock not scoring points and Chris not scoring too many, Larkin could be in this title fight again.
That'll be great to see. We saw a close championship fight last season in Precision. It looks like we could get it wide open again. And don't forget, if Glock does not score, I'm just trying to see. I think Glock will still take the lead because Scorpion must finish 5th with fastest lap to take the lead, and he's currently 8th, and he's going to get penalties. So as it stands, Glock I think will still be championship leader, but I think Larkin will move up to 2nd. But I will keep an eye on this as well because we don't update tabs on the standings, unfortunately. So we will have to. Verheinen's got Verheinen. Don't forget Verheinen was at the back earlier on. What is going on? We're seeing crazy results.
The key was in air. Oh, he wasn't in air race, but he's turned off now. Colin's fighting the city. Actually, Colin's had a good race under the radar. Lukey, no penalties. Lukey could jump all these guys, and Lukey could get another podium. Well, Lukey just keeps out of trouble with all them penalties, and he's going to jump up to 4th place. So Lukey's having a strong race, and Chris and Scorpion down in 9th and 10th. Wow, they're not taking advantage of Glock's misfortune.
They're not, even though they're going to score more than Glock. You know, they're not gaining as much as well. And there's going to be no safety car. There's no safety car. There's no point. I don't think it's going to come out now. So
Larkin's this is coming back. The head, look at Jano.
Jano as well.
Larkin wins this race. He'd be only 2 points off a championship lead. So this is incredible.
Larkin's pace on the mediums, I have to say, is amazing. To be fair, if I was on the mediums and someone else was on the soft, they would be leading by like 5 seconds or even 10. So
side by side.
Oh, it's side by side where, Lakita and Colin. I have to say Colin's having a good race as well. I don't want to try doing maths, Jamie, on who I think's going to finish where because people have had so many penalties. But you can see it on screen. We're seeing, I think, Lukey has scored. Oh, someone's gone off. Lakita's off.
He's in the wall. Oh, what a shame. He's having such a good race.
He was having a great race.
But yeah, he will pit now and just go past that point. Only from fast laps. He has done in previous seasons, and oh, what a shame for him. Yeah, he's going to pit Shilly and go for fastest lap.
So the top 3 at the moment don't have penalties, but White Fountain could catch up to this top 2, you know, because he has the pace at the moment. So he's finding the great straight line speed into turn 3. Yellow flag. That is Passe, I believe. Please don't tell me it's not Lukey. No, it's not Lukey. Okay, panic over as Lakita goes into the pit lane. What a shame for Lukey.
But as well. That's just AI, I believe.
Yeah, that's Glock's AI, unfortunately.
He's back in the car, it looks like. It looks like he's back in the car. So
but I think he'll still be classified as he's done most of the race under his control. So he will still be classified, I believe. So he will still finish. It won't be classed as DNF for him, according to One Hub Racing rules. And Verheinen's got past Johannes. Verheinen's up to P4. Verheinen's up to P4, but he's got penalties, more penalties than Johannes. So Verheinen's got to clear Johannes by 3 seconds, which is easier said than done. Colin is actually fighting for position. Oh my God, wow. Colin, that was so close. That was so close to contact. But he just had a bit of a slide, and Johannes is going to be like, thank you very much.
Yeah, I think he let him through there because he might have distracted the German in the Ferrari. Look at Larkin. Larkin's not that far off Jarno. I think Jarno looks comfortable, but Larkin, this pace has been so impressive by him. He's going to hold right back into contention as Chris. As I think Nick has passed Chris there for 9th place, but Chris is going to get opportunity. Chris has got to get this move done, and every point is going to be massive for him.
Spun, I think. Oh no, he's got front wing damage.
The two most experienced drivers fighting here, Nick and Chris, will go side by side. They've been racing season 1 side by side into turn 6. Nick's very late on the brake, I have to say. He's really late on the braking. Yeah, he's going to hang on, but Chris will surely get some move done as in the final lap. And Jarno's got a 7/10 gap, so I think Jarno is safe for the race win, bar any mistakes or penalties. As Lukey, at the moment, is going to jump to 4th place, I believe. So a great drive by him. There's the final lap now. Scorpion, he's going to draw behind his teammate Chris. So Chris got this move done. Nick is defending for all his life as Colin and Johannes are fighting for 5th place, and Colin's got the move done. Colin gets the position back into 5th place. Now what can Chris do with Nick? Nick is going to defend it, but he's a bit defensive.
Nick's got 8 seconds though. Oh, Nick's hit Chris.
Oh, is that a bit of a move over there by Chris? Or, I didn't really saw it from Chris's point of view. I didn't really see the behind view. It was Larkin.
Oh, here goes Nick on the Nick spun. He tried to go on the inside of Chris and he spun and he reset to track. Naughty boy.
Should be okay.
Breaking his own rules.
Jarno's come around the final corner now. He's going to take a great race win. Jarno, there's no doubts about this. He has won the race, and look how close Larkin was behind. But Jarno's going to take the win, and Larkin is going to fall himself right back in champion contention. He's going to be 5 points behind the champion leader as Lukey gets the podium. Well, look,
what happened to White Fountain? Did he get a penalty?
Final lap.
No, wait, let me have a look. Let me have a look.
Scorpion 7th, Colin 8th, Chris 9th, Nick 10th, Battle Angel.
Battle Angel will drop, I think, to 12th. Yeah, Battle Angel will drop to 12th.
Will Glock get the fastest lap point? He's back in the car. He's not done a good first sector, so I wonder if Glock has some issue. Glock at the moment has got any points.
I'm just having a look at
penalties.
No, he didn't get a pen. What?
Fair play to Lukey. Great drive by him.
No, White Fountain didn't get a penalty according to Taz.
Must be desync there. Glock's going to cross line out.
It must be desync. So I think White Fountain will get P3.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. So I think that's something to be investigated by the stewards. As drive of the day goes to Lukey, but who would be our driver of the day? Well, we'll have to decide that in a moment. Oh my god, it's going to be tough to decide who's going to be my driver of the day. I've got a few contenders, but we'll go through your results then. Janel wins from 10th on the grid to 1st. Fair play to him. Larkin from 7th, Lukey 3rd, Johannes 4th, White Fountain 5th, but I think he'll be reinstated to 3rd. I don't have a clue what happened there. For Hayden 6th, Scorpion 7th, Colin 8th, Chris 9th, Nick 10th. We've got Battle Angel, Lakitu, Glock, Casper, Passe, Kyle are your finishers, and then your times are Ali B, J Luke, and Riley Buys. So it is Janel's. Well, it is. I swear Janel had a victory before this season. No, he didn't. But according to Taz, it's Janel's first victory this season. Larkin's 4th podium, and Lukey, obviously Lukey's 2nd podium due to him getting reinstated in Belgium. So 2 podiums for Lukey this season. He didn't think he would get that, would he? So yeah, good job for Lukey. And I'm gonna let you pick driver of the day first. Who is your driver of the day, and what would you like to ask him?
Okay, you mentioned Jarno's best result before this race was 5th, but yeah, I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna go for Jarno driver of the day. I think he deserves it. Obviously, he had this opportunity. He's had a few chances where he could have won races, and it hasn't happened for various reasons. I'm gonna ask him. Well, I think this has been a long time coming. What was the difference today, getting the win, and other days in the season where it hasn't happened for you?
I'm torn to giving it to either Larkin, Lukey, or White Fountain, but I think I know White Fountain's in 5th position, in terms of the game, but that's just a time penalty glitch. You will get it reinstated to third, so I have to give it to Wyatt Farrell. He was on the cusp of getting a penalty as well. He's on 2 warnings, but he made that strategy work. He gained 8 places as well, and I was torn between Wyatt Farrell and Lukey, but I'm giving it to Wyatt Farrell. And my question is, 2 races in a row where he had splendid results. Is this the return to form that we are starting to see now? And that is my question. And thank you to everybody that is watching. Don't forget to check out the Pinnacle tier, commentated by Matt and Quinn on YouTube. And also check out the other streams later on as well. Thank you to all our sponsors. We've got Next Level Racing, 3M Sim Racing, Vespertine, and ERT as well. I just said it briefly because I know Jamie went in detail later. Next week we are at COTA for the United States Grand Prix. I'm not looking forward to racing there. I absolutely hate that track with a passion. But it should be a fun race to commentate. I like commentating around USA. Another penalty central track. I think more than I would say Austria, I would think. So I think this track is also going to reward consistency next week.
Yeah. I've called it a track where I've never done well on there. It's a track where I've never.
No, I've never done well either.
I think, I mean, it's quite a fun track, but it doesn't really suit my driving style. So yeah.
We're both going to be at the back next week then.
Yeah. Well, hopefully. Well, I thought I'd be at the back at Spa, and it turned out quite well.
There we go. So we are going to leave you to watch the Pinnacle tier right now, and I think from what I've heard, it's been a good race so far, so make sure you check it out. So anyway, make sure you join us next week, same time, 7:45 p.m. for the United States Grand Prix, the final race for our break week, and we still have quite a few people in championship contention. Quite a lot still after Glock having a bit of a mare, but I'm sure Glock would have preferred to finish, and I think the Glock incident will be investigated by the stewards. I know the stewards are going to be very busy for Precision tonight, so good luck to them. But for myself and Jamie, we will see you then. Have a good evening and goodbye.
Good evening.